know you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bull for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain. Certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, gotta. A better chance boxing the go. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall. He told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line.
All right, let's clap it up. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. While Yahweh Shemar is up by Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana. As we all know, this is the start of the Day of Atonement. This is a very important day for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Of course, if you're an Israelite, if you're the Lord's chosen people, this is a day to where you afflict your souls. And we're going to read about the Day of Atonement in these scriptures. And when we get to it, we're going to break it down more, but we're going to go ahead and get started with the Sabbath. All right.
Laha, Banya Shika, Banya Shala.
Laha, Banya Shikar, Banya Shala.
Yahba Shimi Al Shafwagata.
Yahaba Shimi Shabbatah.
All right. Bahai, Banya Howard, Banya Shala. Bahai, Banya Howard, Banya Shala. Yahba Shimi Al Shafwagata. Imadium. All right. All right. Imadium means stand up. Wapanya Kodem, which means turn around and face the east. We'll go ahead and do the Lord's Prayer. All right. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Bashamayim,
Kwadash,
Kodash,
Haya,
Hayah,
Shamka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malathwatka,
Malakatka,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Ratazaka,
Zaka,
Haya,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Baharataza,
Barakata,
Kawa,
Wa,
Haya,
Hayah,
Bashamayim,
Shemayim,
Nathan Lanawa,
Nathan,
Lakam, Salakia, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawath Nawa, Kawawathia Nawa, Walaa, Tabaya Nawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Habusha Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Wahala, Watapara, La Walamyam, Aman.
in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
All right, pray for the power. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Babu Kashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakat, Hakat, Larapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazirayim, Hakat, Lahakwim, Hamathium, Hakat, Arakawath, Hatamaala, Lagarashan, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
Praying for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matasa Biyah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapium. Ha Saranyum. Ha Quatazayanyum. Ha Kayoyoyum. Wa Ha Agwathium. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. In the name of Yahweh Shai, Sister Salakia, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Ahaharim. Mahayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Waharataza. Ayathan. Lamawat. Ragalka. Ayanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasharala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makaurai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaatka. Wabawaaka. Mayatha. Wa'aidai Walam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
From
whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
He
will not suffer thy foot.
He will not suffer thy foot
to be moved.
He
that keepeth thee.
Will
not slumber.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
by him.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time
from
forth
this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. All right. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Damayalaka. Al Takarash. Wa Al Tashakwat. Al Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Yahamayawan. Ra'ash. Aimaka. Yawayamwa. Sawada. Wayatha. Ya'aitazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amarawa. Lakawa. Wanakakiram. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shamya Sha'ala. Iwada. Kaya. Nawa'aitazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Bariath. Yakarathwa. Ahawya. Adawam. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Wayamawan. Wayamalak. Panya Salakia. Palashath. Amyashabia. Lamawat. No Salakia. Tazahar. Salakia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadium. Kazaya. Sara'ah. Kayabium. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayandara. Hayawa. Salakia. Yeah, Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayathamwa. Nada. Yapmawa. Kayarab. Wakazaba. Wakazabak. Wakatazah. Manai. Kal. Nasayakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarasha. Lanawa. Ath. Na'awath. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayathamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapanya Rawaka. Kaash. Tabaya Ira. Wa. Kalahaba. Thalahat. Harayam. Khan. Thawadatma. Basa Iraka. Wabasa. Wapathka. Thabalaham. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kualawan. Waya. Bakwashwa. Shamka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Ayaid. Wayakapawa. Wayabadwa. Wayadayawa. Kayatha. Shamka. Yahawa. Labadka. Ayawam. Akaharataza.
In the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, doing to them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Saul, sisters and brothers, Saul, turn around. It means to turn around. I mean to lock it. Turn. All right. Now you're gonna sit down. You're shy. Sit down. First reader. La Yashala. La Yashala. All right. Up here, Yashab. You want to leave it for now? You got it over there.
All right. We'll be starting from Leviticus 23, the first verse. We're going to be reading from the book of Leviticus, the whole chapter 23. That's what we do during the Sabbath service. This is a high holy day unto the Most High. And if you want to follow along, if you don't have a Tanakh like the brother is reading from, you could definitely follow along by going to the Blue Letter Bible app or blueletterbible.com. So you go to blueletterbible.com. You're going to click on the option there, the first option that says Blue Letter Bible. In the search screen, you want to make sure at the end of the search screen, it says KJV. All right. You want it to say KJV, and that's going to let you know that you're in the King James Version, and you're going to type in the search screen Leviticus 23. All right, and you hit search, and it'll bring up the chapter in Leviticus chapter 23, and then you want to go to tools on the side of each verse, and you want to click interlinear. Once you click tools and you click interlinear, it will bring up the Assyrian Hebrew with the dots and all of that. Of course, we don't pay attention to those dots. We learn here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we learn the Assyrian Hebrew so we can read it out of the Tanakh. But those dots and those squiggly lines, they make you make sounds that are not in the Hebrew at all. Like the letter E is not in the Hebrew. The letter O is not in the Hebrew. You understand? Not in the ancient Hebrew. So we don't pay attention to those dots. And you'll hear the brother reading. You'll hear him reading out loud and clear, and you'll see that there's never an E or an O or the sounds that you hear the so-called Jewish man saying, you'll never hear it. He's speaking Yiddish. He's speaking the slang of the ancient Hebrew. So Leviticus 23:1, brother, you could go ahead and start.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1. Wayad Debar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar. Verse 2. Gabar, Al, Bunya, Yasha'Allah, Wa'am Maraf, Allaham, Mawa Idea, Yahweh, Ashar, Dakwara, Dakwarawa, Atham, Makwara, Salaki, Makwara Aya, Kodash, Allah, Ham, Mawa Idea. Verse 3. Shashath, Yamayam, Ta'aisha, Mala Aka, Waba Yawam, Hashabaya Aya, Shabath, Shabbath the one, Shabbath the one, Makwara'a, Kodash, Kal, Mala Aka, La'a, Ta'aishawa, Shabath, Hawa'a, La Yahweh, Bakal, Mawa Shabbathikum. Verse 4. Allah, Mawa Idea, Yahweh, Makwara Aya, Kodash, Ashar, Dakwara Awa, Atham, Bama wa Idam, Bama wa Idam. Verse
Wada.
Salagi.
What item?
Bama wa Idam.
That last one, make sure you got that last Salaki.
Verse 5. Bakadash, Hara Ashawan,
Ashwan.
Hara Ashwan, Ba'arabai, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'irabium, Pasak, La Yahweh. Verse 6. Baba Kamasha, Aishar,
Ashara.
Aishara, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazah, Kag, or Kaga,
Kag.
Kag, Hamad Tazawaf, La Yahweh, Shaba'aith, Yamayam, Matazawaf, Ta'akawa. Verse 7. Bayawam, Hara Ashwan, Makora'ah, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Mala'akath, Ibadah, La'ah, Ta'aishawa. That's the end of verse 7. In the English, it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. Verse 3, 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath day, is the Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. Verse 4, these are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5.
So like it, read that one more time.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations.
Meaning these are the holidays that we should be celebrating. These are the feast days, even the high holy days of the Most High. You understand? Not what we've been Salakia, what we've been doing here in America is celebrating the feast days and the holidays of our oppressor. You understand? Of the one that put us in chains, the ones that took over our families and separated our families and destroyed us. You understand? How can you celebrate, the 4th of July when the 4th of July was created to celebrate America's independence from Great Britain? You understand? How can you set up to celebrate 4th of July when the 4th of July has nothing to do with black people, Hispanics, or Native Indians? Right. You understand? Like it baffles me, by to see how many people displace the suffering and suffrage of our people. Right. When you say, oh man, I don't celebrate 4th of July because that 4th of July 1776, you do a little history, and it's 1776 the 4th of July took place. That's why they're celebrating. They're celebrating the 4th of July 1776. Well, the 4th of July 1776, my people was picking cotton. My foremothers was being raped by the oppressor. Right. You understand? Like all kind of atrocities was happening to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And on the 4th of July in 1776 it's crazy. But then we want to say, well, we as black people say we're not celebrating it because of America. We're celebrating it because it's a day we can cook out, or whatever crazy excuse you try to tag to it. Right. It's still a day that America made to celebrate their independence and them separating from them being prejudiced now. Right. Them separating. Not joining together like every black person think we're supposed to do here in America. They applaud themselves separating themselves from Great Britain. And now we want to associate ourselves. We want to celebrate that same thing. But no, we should celebrate these high holy days. These are the feast times we should have a big feast. In verse 4 of Leviticus, it says, these are the feast days of the Most High, even the holy convocations. So let's see what the feast days of the Most High and what are the holy convocations of the Most High are. The brothers finished running down. Go ahead.
Which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Which you shall proclaim, meaning you're going to do them whenever they come up. In that season, you're gonna proclaim. You're gonna say, well, this is this day. This is the Day of Atonement. This is the Feast of Blowing the Trumpets. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna proclaim them in their season when they come up. Go ahead.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Most High's Passover.
This is the first one. You understand? The 14th day of the what?
First month.
Of the first month. The 14th day of the very first month of the year, which, it's not January. The first month of the year in the Hebrew is Abib, and that is sometime in late March, early April. You understand? So now, according to the moon, so now we had the first month, the 14th day, that's the Passover. Now, the funny part is, Boz, and Lahab, the funny part is I don't see everybody at the Passover. Right. I don't see my coworker at the Passover. Right. I don't see the Christian church at the Passover. We had a Passover every year, and it's a glorious occasion. Right. It's so much brotherhood and sisterhood at this Passover. We never want to leave. We never want to leave each other, man. We spend all day dapping each other up, shalom, shalom, and shaloming the whole time, listening, partying like black people do, celebrating our power, how we were brought out of the land of Egypt. I don't see the Christian pastors there. I don't see the Muslim mosque, and I don't see the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't see the Baptist churches coming to the Passover to celebrate the Lord's high holy day with us, but they claim to have Jesus. They got the ooh Jesus, ooh Jesus, Jesus all over them. How can you have the Lord all over you when you don't even observe the days He tell you to observe? You too busy celebrating Thanksgiving and the 4th of July. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, what you're saying is so heavy, and they love to proclaim Jesus. But Jesus ain't never missed the Passover. Even when they was gonna kill him.
Not never.
He
Right.
still made it.
Right.
Hey, let me clap that up. Hey, look, Christ celebrated the Lord's Passover. He came to the Passover, even though he knew that the centurions was waiting on him. But he still rather sacrifice himself to be arrested than to not celebrate the high holy day of the Most High. I wonder what Christian out there is doing that. What Christian out there is saying, well, you know what? I'd rather die than not celebrate the Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die not to celebrate than not to celebrate the memorial blowing the trumpets. That's what we just got out of. You know what I'm saying? Like, Christianity is such a evil, twisted religion where they claim to have the power of the Most High, but they don't even do the simplest things He tell them to do. So how in the hell are you going to expect to have any power from the Most High when you don't even do the very small commandment that He commands you to do, which is celebrate His high holy days versus your own self and Christmas and your own goddamn birthday? Damn your birthday, man. Right. You understand? Damn all the days, your Easter, your Valentine's Day. Because it's the days that your oppressor, the same one that had your great-grandmother in chains, that's what he celebrated. Right. If I found out that when I found out that me celebrating my own day of my birth come from a culture that had my great-grandmother in chains, well, these what the oppressors said. That's a Roman culture. The Romans killed my King Christ. Right. And they celebrate they day they was born. To hell with that. I don't even want to observe the day I'm born no more. Right. If it ain't in the Bible, I don't want to do it. Right. You understand? Because God is going to hold me accountable for what I do on this earth. And people take it lightly, but they ain't gonna take it so lightly by us when Christ, that black man, cracked the sky. That's right. And you give an atonement for what you've been doing. You understand? It ain't gonna be funny then. Right. It ain't gonna be, oh, it's just the day I was born. Right. It ain't gonna be that. Keep going.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. That's the end of verse 7.
All right. We're going to pick up back in the Hebrew at verse 8. You can get that, Bob. That's what I need.
Khan. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 8. Waha quarabtum. Asha La Yahweh Shabbaith Yamayam Bayawam Hashabaya Aya Makwara Kodash Kal Mala'akath Ibadah La'ah Ta'ishua. Verse 9. Waya Debar Yahweh Al Mashah La'amar. Verse 10. Debar Al Bunya Yasha'Allah Wa'amarath Alaham, Kaya, Taba'awa, Al, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Lakam, Wakwa Tazartham, Wakwa Tazartham, Af, Quataza Yara, Wahaba, Waha Ba'atham, Af, Aymar, Ra'ash, Ra'ashid, Ra'ashayaf, Quataza Yarkum, Al, Hakahan, verse 11. Wahana Yap, Av, Ha'imar, Lapunya, Yahweh, Lara Tazunkum, Mama Karath, Hashabath, Yana Yapunwa, Hakahan, verse 12. Wa'aisha Yathum, Bayawam, Hana Yapkum, Ath, Ha'imar, Kabash, Tamayam, Bun, Shanathwa, La'ila, La Yahweh, verse 13. Wamana Kathwa, Shenya, Yasharanyam, Salath, Bala Wala, Bashaman, Asha, La Yahweh, Rayak, or Rayaka,
Where you at, verse?
verse 13. La Yahweh, Rayaka,
Right, Rayak.
Rayak,
Mhm.
Nayakak, Wana Saka, Yayan, Rabba Ya'ith, Hahayan, verse 14. Walakam, Maqualia, Waka Ramal, La'a, Da'akawa, Aid, Aitazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Aid, Habaya Akam, Af, Quaraban, Alahayakam, Kakwath, Iwalam, Ladarathyakam, Bakal, Mashabathyakam. That's the end of verse 14.
All right. I'm going to take that back in the English.
Khan. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days. In the seventh day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Most High to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12.
And see, and what he's now going into the Feast of First Fruits. You know what I'm saying? First we did the seventh day of the week is the Sabbath. You understand? That's what Sabbath means. 7. It's a 7th day where no man shall do any work. It's a holy convocation, and we should keep it separate. Which is that day is mainly for people for people who own workers and employees. For you not to work your employees on that 7th day, let them take a day for themselves to rest. And that's why it says no servile work, meaning no work where you have to serve someone else. You understand? Servile means to serve someone else. So that means that if it doesn't mean that you can't spend money and all what these other groups be talking about. If you want to spend some money on yourself on the Sabbath, go do that. If you want to cook you some food on the Sabbath, go do that. You understand? If you want to fish or whatever you want to do, go do that. It's a day for you to rest, for you to do what you would like to do on that day versus punching the clock and going to work for someone else. You understand? Versus punching the clock and going to cook for someone else. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going to go ahead.
So, like, if I could,
Mhm.
and we are in slavery, you know, brothers got to go to slave, you know, tomorrow, most than likely.
Right.
This is more like in our kingdom. In our kingdom, you know, Officer Abraham saying this is for brothers that own businesses so that nobody does any work to serve out. In our kingdom, of course, we're going to have servants and slaves.
Right.
And they'll be, you know, the other nations. But this is really for us, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Salaki, sir.
No sweat. I take it one step further. If you're in this captivity, and you can make it to where you're off on Saturday on the Sabbath, hey, you should definitely join us here. If you're in the surrounding areas, you know, Charlotte, Shelby, Kannapolis, Concord, Matthews, Gastonia, all the surrounding areas of this. Type in the address of this school, 1539 Northridge Avenue in Kannapolis. See how far you're away from the school, because every Sabbath day at 9:30, you know, we got big priests right here, Officer Baaz, that holds down this Sabbath service, man. Every week we got brothers, we got dedicated brothers that hold down this Sabbath service, so you can come and practice these righteous acts until Christ comes. So your spirit will already be turned around, and you'll already be in the spirit of our kingdom being here. So when Christ comes back, he'll have something to build on, to establish the kingdom with, man. You understand? But now we're talking about, we talked about the Sabbath. Then the brother went into the next scripture was talking about the Day of Atonement. Well, I'm not the Day of Atonement, but the Feast of First Fruits, where you bring the best of your labor and your harvest. This is harvest time right about this time. You understand? It's when the crops get to come in. It's when the all your fruits of your labor, as far as when you're cropping and when you're in agriculture, you know what I'm saying, is when all that comes in and you get to pick, you get to see how bountiful your crop is. But the best of your crop, that a portion of that you bring to the temple, man. You understand? That's what this is talking about. In our kingdom, we're going to definitely observe the Feast of First Fruits. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Most High. Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your power. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generations and all your dwellings. That's the end of verse 14.
All right. Yeah. God.
All right. Book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 15. One Wasak, Ratham, Lakam, Mama Karath, Hashabath, Mayawam, Hakaya Akam, Ath, Imar, Hathan, Wapa, Shabai, Shabbath, Samayamath, Sahayayam, Salaki, Sahayayana, Salaki, Sahayayana.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16, I, Mama Karath, Hashabat, Hashab, Ya'ai, Sat, Roa,
Saparwa. Tashaparwa.
Shapawa. Is that a sound? It's a sound, right?
Khan. Tasaparwa.
Sapawa,
Mm-hmm.
Kamash, Yam, Yawam, Wahakwa, Rab, Salaki, Wahakwa, Rabathwam, Manaka, Kadasha, Layahawa, verse 17. Mama Washab, Sayakam, Sabaiwa, Lakam, Sana Wapa, Shathayam, Shanaya, Aisha Ranayam, Salah, Sahayanaya, Salah. Need some practice on this. Most High Christ.
Well, yeah.
Sahayayana,
Well, yeah.
Kamataza, verse 17. Kamataza, Ta'apayana,
Mm-hmm.
Bakazarayam,
Bakawarium.
That's a sign.
Mm-mm.
Bakasawariam.
Baka.
Is that a wall or a sign? What's it say about
It's Bakawarium.
It's a wall?
Khan.
Okay. Bakawariam, Layahawa, verse 18. Wahakwa Rabatham Al Halakam Shabai Kabash Yam Tamayamam Banaya Shana Yapar Ban Bakwa Akad Wa Yalam Wa Ayalam Shanayam Yahweh Ailah La Yahweh Bamanakatham Wanasakayatham Asha Rayak Nayakak La Yahweh. Verse 19. Wa'ai Shayatham Sha'ai Yar Isayam Akkad Lakata'ath Washanaya Kabash Yam Banaya Shana Shana'a, Salakia, Labawak, no, Lawabak, that's Za, oh, Salakia, Lazabath, Shalamayam, verse 20, Wahanayap, Hakaza, no, Hakahan, Atham, Al, Lakam, Habakawayam, Thanawapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al, Shanaya, Kabash Yam, Kwadash, Yahweh, La Yasha'ala, no, so La Yahweh, La Kahan. Verse 21, La Quara, La Wakwaratham, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Haza'a, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Mala'akath, Ibada, La'a, Tha'aishawa, Kakwath, Iwalam, Bakal, Mawash, Mawash, Bathayakam, Ladarath, Yakam. That's the end of verse 21.
All right. You want to check it in English?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, ye shall number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Most High, with their meat offering, and their Salaki, and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High.
Right. And that sweet savor, it means that they're gonna offer this. This is not a sacrifice to be burnt all the way up to ash. This is a sacrifice that's gonna be made for the congregation to eat, because they're gonna cook it to be a sweet savor to the Most High, not burning it up to be ash, but to be a sweet savor. And for the longest time, until I came into the truth, I didn't know that there were certain sacrifices to be burnt all the way up and consumed, and certain sacrifices that they would cook, and that would be the sacrifices for the priests and the congregation to eat and partake in. I didn't know that until I came into the truth, which means that the Christian church is really not teaching this Bible, man.
Right.
Christianity really does not teach the intricacies of this Bible, and that's why we run so much to the pastor. We run so much to that pastor, and because so many questions we have to get answered that are not answered. And he say, "Oh, just leave it on the altar. Just leave it there. Take it to the altar and leave it there." Because he don't want to reveal the truth, or she don't want to reveal the truth, or he or she doesn't want to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? The whole Christianity is just full of treachery and lies, and you never really learn anything. But then we get attacked by us for bringing out the truth about these Christian pastors. We get attacked for calling out these Christians scoundrels for what they really are. It's scam artists, snake oil salesmen. You understand? That's all they are charlatans.
Right.
And what you call them? Con artists, man. Full of cons and magic tricks and abracadabra and full of smoke and mirrors. And by the time you get out of that Christian church, you broke and you still got the problems you came in there with. Keep going.
Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice one kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Most High for the priest. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. That's the end of verse 21.
All right. So hey, take the next 7, and then I'm gonna take 2 of them as well.
All right.
Verse 22.
22 to 28, right?
Come.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 22. Wabakwa tazarakam a
So like you check your email.
my email.
It's right there.
Hold on 1 second.
There you go. Come.
Wabakwa tazarak rakam ath kwatazayar aratazakam la'a thakala pa'ath shadka bakwatazarka walakwat kwatazayarka kwatazayakar la'a thalakat
What?
thalakwat la'anya walagar tha'izab atham anya Yahweh alahayakam. Verse 23. Wayadabar Yahweh al Masha la Amar. Verse 24. Dabar al Banya Yasha'ala la Amar Bakadash Hashabayaya Salakia Hashabayaya Ba'akad Lakadash Yahaya Lakam Shabbathwan Zakarwan Tharawai Makwara'a Kwadash. Verse 25. Kal Malaka'ath Ibadah La'a Tha'aishwa Wahakwaratham Asha'a La Yahweh. Verse 26. Wayadabar Yahweh Al Masha La Amar. Verse 27. Akah Ba'aishawar La Kadash Hashabayaya Salakia Hashabayaya Hazah Yawam Hakaparium Hawa'a Makwara'a Kwadash Yahaya Lakam Wa'ayatham Ath Napathash Salakia Napashath Yakam Wahakwaratham Asha'a La Yahweh. Verse 28. Wakal Makalakam La'a Ta'aishawa Ba'aitazam Hayawam Haza'a Kaya Yawam Kaparium Hayawa'a La Kapar Ayakam La Panya Yahweh Alahayakam. That's the end of verse 28.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Most High your power.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets.
We just got out of Salakia. We just celebrated the memorial blowing of trumpets, man. The memorial blowing of trumpets is unique in that because of this this high holy day that we celebrated, the earth takes, marks after the memorial blowing of trumpets, because it's when the Most High gave Israel all the different types of blowing of the horn to signify different things in the nation. A horn will blow to signify to gather at the temple. A horn will blow to signify that there was danger coming to the city. So now the society takes that same idea from the Bible, and now you have your siren for your police. Now you have your siren for your fire department. You have your siren for, a bomb threat. You know what I'm saying? So this whole society takes that same idea out of the Bible, and it's from a feast day in the Bible called a memorial blowing of trumpets. Israel did it first. You understand? And it's straight out the Bible, man. Go ahead.
Like it, if I could, it's so important, because look at the fires in Maui.
Right.
And how they got mad at that official who didn't sound the alarm, and all those people burnt up.
He what?
He didn't sound the alarm.
He didn't what?
He didn't sound the alarm.
Use the verbiage in here. He didn't what?
Blow the trumpet.
He didn't blow the trumpet. Give it up, y'all. Come on, man. Come on, man. He didn't blow the trumpet, man. You understand? And as a leader, that's what we did to signify the top of the service. You understand? To signify that there's going to be a Sabbath service going on here. What do we do? Open it up with the blowing of the trumpet. And it's been Israelite culture since the beginning, man. You understand? And these are the high holy days that we celebrate. And now you don't know, every time you pass by a siren and the police pass by you or pull you over, or you hear a fire truck, that's biblical. You don't know that your society is based off of so many things that are so biblical. It's unbelievable. Right. You understand? You wouldn't have a society if it wasn't for this Bible, man. You understand? Earth wouldn't, America wouldn't have a society if it wasn't for these scriptures. And so many people and other nations trying to mimic what they read out of this book. And it's still so many mysteries that they don't even understand. The Christian pastor can't even tell you what half of it is.
So, sir, if I could, the Bible is the foundation to a thriving society.
That's right.
The Jewish man is not God's chosen people, yet he practices some of the key
what he thinks
what
the rules are.
Yeah,
right?
So he practices the key components of the laws in the Bible to keep himself separate and be amongst his own and thrive in his society. And look at what he owns.
Right.
He owns the Diamond District. He owns Hollywood. He's a flourishing, and the other nations pay tribute to them.
Right.
Because they believe that they're the God's chosen people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not. But yet the few things that because they don't obey the whole law, but just to show you how we would be if we obey God's, laws, statutes, and commands. Being that we are God's chosen people.
Exactly.
Because that's the Bible is the key to the kingdom.
Exactly. That's it. Go ahead.
And holy convocation. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. Verse 26. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
And what?
A day of atonement.
It shall be a what?
Day of atonement.
That's where we at right now. We in the Day of Atonement. And I want to take a sidebar right here, and I want to read you. I want to go into this book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. And this is going to tell you about how these so-called Muslims, you understand, took this Day of Atonement from the Israelites. I'm gonna just quick read it to you right quick. This is page 44 of From Babylon to Timbuktu. It says, and this is the middle of the page, it says the birth of Islam. At the time, the birth of Muhammad, what were the international events or conditions operating? What were the international events operating? The answer to this question is necessary for a comprehension of the rapid emergence of the Mohammedan Empire. The Roman Empire at the birth of Muhammad was divided into two parts: the Western Empire and the capital at Rome, and the Byzantine Empire with the capital at Constantinople. The Roman Empire in the West collapsed in 476 AD after many barbarian raids and incursions. It was talking about the Roman Empire collapsed after they called it barbarians, but it was blacks. It was us warring against Rome. You understand? I'm gonna skip on down to when Muhammad came into the picture. That's the so-called founder of Islam. Right. It says, when Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols. When Muhammad was born, many Arabs, which is Muslim, Islam is the Arab religion, they were worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols. They had many gods. You understand? The Arabs possessed 360 idols, one for each day of the year, when Muhammad was born. So Islam was first when Muhammad came into the picture. They were worshiping many gods. They wasn't saying, "Oh, Allah, Allah is one God, Allah." They were not saying that. When Muhammad came on the picture, man, they had 360 gods for every day of the year. Muhammad was born in 570 AD. So 570 years after Christ was crucified, Muhammad came on the scene. 4 years after the death of Emperor Justinian, he was descended from a tribe of Quraysh and the family of Hashim. His mentality was prodigious. What's prodigious? Some prodigious. That's what it is. Prodigious. Meaning he was smart. He was a prodigy.
Prodigious is remarkably or impressively great in extent, size, or degree.
Okay. So he was, impressive. In his youth, he was never taught to read or write, but his imagination was superlative. So he was impressive. He had a good imagination. Muhammad was an extraordinary handsome man, which would stand to his being able to spread this Islam all over everywhere. He was handsome. Go ahead. He was a Christian. He was a Christian man. Big. He was a singer. He was Usher. He was Usher Raymond. So look, now it says, and eloquent and motivating men with the power of words. So he was an eloquent speaker. He was a Christian pastor. So now let me skip down. It says, after Muhammad became, and this is page 45 of From Babylon to Timbuktu. This is the last paragraph on that page. It says, after Muhammad became a camel driver, He traveled to remote and intriguing lands. He led his caravans to Persia, Syria, and Egypt, transacting business with merchants of every kind. On his business trips, he met Jews. He met Jews. He met God's chosen people. He met Jews, Christians. Now, see, it didn't put them both together. It didn't put the Jews and Christians together. It separated them. He said he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects. He interrogated them concerning their tenets and their religions. He frequented the environment of the Jews, not the Christians now. He frequented, meaning he frequently went around the environment of the Jews and their rabbis, mostly because they were merchants and an omnipresent ethnic group, meaning they were everywhere. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews relayed to him. Muhammad learned and exacted much from the Jewish religion and compounded it in his new religion called Islam. So he took the ways of the Jews, and I had him stop at the Day of Atonement because this was what he took from the Jews. He took the ways of the Jews and formed a whole nother religion called Islam. Now I'm going to turn the page. And this is now page 48. And this is the first paragraph on page 48. It says, the Prophet Muhammad, now he becomes a prophet because he created this religion. The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion. Meaning, now of course, they call this Bible a religious book. They call what we doing right now, they call it a religion. They don't call it laws and statutes and commandments. They call it a religion. So now this book is calling a religion too, but we know, we Israelites know that it's our culture. It's our way of life. It's the laws, it's the rules that we live our life by to stay righteous unto the Most High. So now, it says that the Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion. First of all, the basic idea of monotheism. So that's what he adopted first. He put away worshiping the laws of the star. He put away worshiping the stars, the moon, all them 360 idols, and he said, "Look, I'm gonna be. This religion is only gonna have one power. It's only gonna have one God, and that's what he adopted first from the Jews. The Jewish confession of the unity of the Most High is Shema, means peace. Israel, Adonai, Elohim, Adonai, Ahad, meaning we all know the credo, right? It says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one," which in the lost tribes and promised lands, you can really get it. Does anybody know it's Shalom? Come on, Lahab. Say it for the people in the mic more time.
It's Shalom. It's Shalom. Yahweh Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Akkad.
Man, Shalom. Yahweh Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Akkad. Most High Christ. Hey, look, it means the Lord, our Lord, is one. You understand? One power. You understand? So he adopted that same credo. So now that's why the Muslims say, it says, Salakia, I'm gonna read it. It says the Muhammadan slogan is as follows: La ilaha Allah ilah Allah Muhammad Rasul Allah. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. That's what he adopted. You see what I'm saying? He just took that same, he's basically mimicking the Bible. Slid himself right on in there. How wicked is this, man? Then it says, it's the next paragraph. Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar. The Day of Atonement. I'm going to say it again. Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar. The Day of Atonement, the Sabbath, much of the Bible, and narratives from the Midrash, and many points of ritual law. Nasty disgust. Now I understand why Shabaya Allah be, he's so intense about calling them nasty, disgusting Arabs. Because these nasty, disgusting Arabs done formed a whole religion. And now when we come and say we don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, the first thing out of somebody's mouth is, oh, you Muslim? Oh, you Muslim? Like the Muslims did it first. This Bible, man, this Bible, this Tanakh from the Most High, that's who did it first. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's what we're reading about right now. We're reading about the Day of Atonement that the Israelites had to follow way before Muhammad came on the scene. Come on.
Like, and if I could, what you're saying is so heavy, just to piggyback over. I remember when Farrakhan did that Million Man March. That's what he called it, the Day of Atonement.
Right.
So they just can't keep our book out their mouth.
And now I'm Salakia because I got so frustrated I was beside myself. Now, if you keep reading, you'll find out that it says incidentally, the Jews pray 3 times a day facing the city of Jerusalem, and the Muslims pray 5 times a day facing the city of Mecca. And what Muhammad did and what the Muslims do in this Islam, they take a day out of the Bible and they try to one up it. If they do it more, then if they say their Day of Atonement is 4 days versus 1, you know what I'm saying? Now as the Israelites, we was praying 3 times a day, and we face the east towards Jerusalem, towards our homeland. Where he said, no, it'll make you more righteous if you pray 6 times a day, 5 times a day. So they bang their head up against the ground 5 times a day, and they face Mecca, which is still to the east. And they take all this from the Bible, man, which the Day of Atonement is what we should be doing, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And if you are part of that nasty, disgusting piggyback religion called Islam, you just a copycat, man. Right. You just a copycat if you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Why don't you stop copying and come back to the truth, man? Come to the real deal. Stop messing with these imitators and get with the creator, man. Right. You understand? Come on with it, Boz. Keep going.
It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 28, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Most High your power.
All right. You should, and that's what this day is. We're gonna take this time from sundown to sundown tomorrow. Go ahead.
It's like I got a question.
Uh-huh.
So where in 28 it says, and ye shall do no work in that same day. So is that a distinction between servile work? So on the Day of Atonement, we shouldn't be doing any work that day.
Well, it's
it's slavery. You got
right. It's servile work. You're right. If you got a slavery, don't go in there going, it's my Day of Atonement. I can't work today. If they got you on the schedule and you supposed to work today, go to work. The whole day is about afflicting your soul. You understand? Going without afflicting your soul, meaning going without that food and water. because your soul, your body is telling you, take a drink. Just take one of these drinks. Yeah, look, just drink a little bit of water. Come on, you know your mouth dry. You know? So that was the whole part of afflicting your soul. So go to work if you're scheduled to go to work. But if like some of us, we have the luxury to have off on the days that on high holy days and Sabbath days. If you could take off and do that, then do it. But do it in respect of your slavery, because we are in captivity. And if you go try to, some jobs won't observe this. So if you miss out, they're gonna fire you or you're gonna get in trouble. Don't get in trouble and say, oh, it was the Lord. And then now you lost your job. And now you blame the Israelite school of UPK because you trying to observe the high holy day and they fired you. Don't do that. That ain't what we're advising you to do. We're advising you to go to work if you have to work, but this is the Day of Atonement. Go to work. And what the general used to say was, hey, look, don't advise nobody, I'm fasting today. It hurts so bad. Nah, go to work. Wash your face. Like the scriptures say, wash your face. Make sure you brush your teeth. Captain Ash say, brush your teeth. Don't you swallow that water. You understand? Rinse your mouth out. Don't you swallow. Now, and observe this and rock this high holy day out for the Most High, man. Rock this Day of Atonement. Show the Most High whose side you on. All right. And for time's sake, we're gonna go ahead and get back to it. This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 29. Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Ashar, La'ah, Ta'aina, Ba'atazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Wana Karathium, what's the like it? Wana Karatha, Ma'imya, verse 30. Wakal, Hanapash, Ashar, Ta'aisha, Kal, Mala'akah, Ba'atazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Waha Abadaya, Salakia, Waha Abadathya, Ath, Ha Napash, Ha Hawa'a, Makorab, Ima, verse 31. Kal, Mala'akah, La'ah, Ta'aishwa, Kakwath, Iwalam, Ladarathiakum, Bakal, Mashabathiakum. Verse 32. Shabbathwan, Hawa'ah, Lakam, Wa'ayathum, Ath, Napashatha, Salakia, Napashathiakum, Ba Tasha, La Kadash, Ba Arab, Ma Arab, Aid, Arab, Tashabathwa, Shabbathkum, verse 33. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La Amar, verse 34. Debar, Al, Banya, Yasha Allah, La Amar, Bakamashah, Asherah, Yawam, La Kadash, Hashaba Aya, Hazar, Chag, Hasakawath, Shaba'ath, Yum, La Yahweh, verse 35. Bayawam, Hara'ashwan, Makwara'ah, Kodash, Kal, Mala'akath, Abadah, La'ah, the Aishwa. That's the end of verse. That's the end of 7 verses. So take it from verse 28.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 33. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, 34. Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High. Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. That's the end of verse 35.
All right. And I'm going to just finish it out here. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36. Shabbath, Yamayam, Twakwara Asha, La Yahweh, Bayawam, Hashamayanya, Makwara, Kwadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Wahakorabdam, Asha, La Yahweh, Itazarath, Hawa'ah, Kal, Malakath, Abadah, La'ah, the Ishua, verse 37. Al-Ha, Mawaidia, Yahweh, Ashar, Thakwara Awa, Atham, Makwara Salakia, Makwara Aya, Kodash, Lahakwarayab, Asha, La Yahweh, Ailah, Wamanakah, Zabak, Wanasapium, Debar, Yawam, Yawamwa, verse 38, Malabad, Shabbatath, Yahweh, Walabad, Kal, Nadarathicum, Wamalabad, Kal, Nadabawathicum, Ashar, Tathanwa, La Yahweh, verse 39, Akah, Bakamasha, Asharah, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashabayaya, Salakia, Hashabayaya, Ba Asapkum, Ath, Tabawa'ath, Ha-Aratazar, Thakagwa, Ath, Kag, Yahweh, Shabbaith, Yamayam, Bayawam, Hara-Ashwan, Shabbathwan, Wabayawam, Hashamayanya, Shabbathwan, verse 40. Wala Kwaktham, Lakam, Bayawam, Hara-Ashwan, Parya, Itazah, Hadar, Kapath, Thamayam, Wa Anap, Itazah, Abath, Wa Arabia, Nakal, Wa Washamakdam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Allah Hayakam, Shaba'ath, Yamayam, verse 41, Wakagtham, Athwa, Kag, La Yahweh, Shaba'ath, Yamayam, Bashana, Kakwath, Iwalam, La Derathiacum, Bakadash, Hashaba Ya'aya, Thakagwa, Atwa, verse 42, Basakath, Tashabwa, Shaba'ath, Yamayam, Cow, Ha'arataz, Ha'araz, Salakia, Ha'azari, Azarath, Bayasha'ala, Yeshabwa, Basakath, verse 43, Lama'ain, Yadaiwa, Derathiacum, Kaya, Basakawath, Hawashabath, Salakia, Hawashabathya, Ath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Bahawatazayaya, Awatham, Ma'arataza, Matazarium, Ayanya, Salakia Anya, Yahweh, Alayakam, verse 44, Wayadabar, Mashah, Ath, Ma'idya, Yahweh, Al-Banya, Yasha'ala. That's the end. You're just going to take it from what?
36 to 40.
Yeah, 36. Yeah.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim. So, like in verse 37. These are the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day. Verse 38. Beside the Sabbaths of the Most High, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings, which ye give unto the Most High. Verse 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Most High 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High your power.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to England, London. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Most High.
All right.
So, like I said, that's the Feast of Tabernacles. That's next.
Right.
That's on Friday, September the 29th.
Friday, September the
That's
29th.
this week
Yep.
coming up. And I think some brothers will be in the UK. The UPK
Right.
will be in London.
Touring the castle of King James Castle, the man that had the Bible translated from the ancient Hebrew and the Greek into English, man. King James of Scots, not King James the Eighth, who everybody confused him with. It was a white man. King James of Scots was a black man. And the ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, will be celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles in the UK. Shout out to our UK brothers, Captain Parasha and all them brothers over there. You know what I'm saying?
All right. With that, just up here, a mic. This concludes the opening of the feast of Day of Atonement. Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabbaraka Yah. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabbaraka Yah. Amen. Put your hand on it. Yahweh Ba'ashim. Other hand. Put your other hand. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabbaraka Yah. Most High Christ. Amen.
All right.
All right. Everyone, Imadium means to stand up. Wa apanya kwadam, which means turn around and face the east. We're going to conclude with the Lord's prayers. With the prayers. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malathmuthka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawathia Nawa, Walaa, Tabaya Nawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Habashah Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, Lawalamyam, Aran.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
Praying for the power. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Ka Makala, Waka Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamotazirayim, Hakak, Lahakium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatamaala, Lagarashin, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
Prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Allah Hayim. Matazib Yah. Alawap Yahana. Ha'alawapium, Hasaranyum, Haquatazayanyum, Hakoyoyum, Wahagwathium, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Waharataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawaman, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makaurai, Yashamar, Avnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabawaaka, Mayatha, Wa'ai Walam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
All right. Psalms 83. Alahayim. Al Damayalaka. Al Takarash. Wa Al Tashakwat. Al Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Yahamayawan. Ra'ash. A'imaka. Yawayamwa. Sawadab. Wayatha. Ya'itazawa. Atazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakakiram. Magalia. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'alam. Iwada. Kaya. Nawa'itazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Ayaka. Bariyaath. Yakarathwa. Ahalia. Adawam. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Wayamawan. Wayamalak. Palashath. Amyashabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Ashalaham. Kamadium. Kazaya. Zara'ah. Kayabium. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayandahara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayathamwa. Nada. Yabmawa. Kayarab. Wakazabah. Wakazabak. Wakatazal. Manai. Kaanasayokamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarasha. Lanawa. Ath. Naawath. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayathamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapanya. Rawaka. Kaash. Tabayaira Yaira. Wakalahaba. Thalahat. Harayam. Khan. Tharadatma. Basairika. Wabasa. Wapathka. Thabalaham. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Waya. Bakwashwa. Shamka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Ayaid. Wayakapawa. Waya Abadwa. Wayadayawa, Kayaatha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Ayawam, Akaha.
In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asor also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Abah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the princes, Salakia, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school, saying evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary, send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and their nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
Everyone saw Sisters Yashab. Young man, stand up. Our men of Israel. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher men of Israel. Mighty Shabbat. Mighty Barak. Yahweh Shemar Salaki. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Salaki. All right. Saul, Sisters Yashab, Mighty Salaki. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Mighty Shabbat. Barak. Yahweh Shemar Barakatah. Shem Yahshua. Yahweh Batah, Francis Smith.
All right, this concludes the opening of the Day of Atonement. Remember, no food or drink until sundown. All right, until sundown on tomorrow. All right, we'll be right back here to close out the feast together, and we'll do it up just like Israel know how to do it. All right, shalom.